What's going on, everybody? Brendan here. Welcome back to Dad Planet. I got another What's Sold on eBay video for you. This time we are covering the first week in November. So November 1st through the 7th. It was a little bit of a slower week, but I always love the 15 bolos that I pick for you. And the reason I do What's Sold videos and bolo videos in general is to motivate you, but also in hopes that you'll find this stuff in stores yourself, whether it's thrifting at thrift stores or you're going to Facebook Marketplace or you're at estate sales. These things will turn up, so I encourage you to look for them. I'm happy to put this content out for you. But yeah, November 1st through the 7th as we push through that month, which started slow but ended very strong. So let's get into the video. All right, it looks a lot worse than it is. November started, but ended very good. So 1,900 in gross sales, 1,200 in net, selling costs $500. My average sale price, everything was kind of right where it should be, but it was the start of a very, very slow beginning, much like December has started for me, but hopefully we will finish strong in December just like we finished in November. So even though it looks bad, we got some good ones coming up. First one is obvious, Buddy, the elf. Funko Pop. I don't do a ton of Funko Pops. This is a common, and I knew, again, because of the timing, that it would sell. I guess you could consider me paying $5 for this paying up, but relative to what I sold it for, $20, it's like paying up for a Funko. I don't usually buy these unless they're like super, super rare or super profitable, obviously. But this is just the a common version of him. It had tape all over the box. I disclosed that. It's definitely not in collector condition. And the buyer is $25.23 all in after that one. That was a nice sale and timely, of course, because we're approaching the holiday. Carhartt, this one was a little bit of a challenge because it has Centex Homes branding on it, but I'm never afraid to pick up branding. I see a lot of NetJets, which is headquartered here in Columbus, so I'll find like Patagonia vests and jackets that have the NetJets embroidered on it. Centex Homes, so, same thing. That buy good brands, and this is a very, very strong brand for resale. So it's pink, it's women's vest. Take you through some of the pictures here really quickly, and my pictures are the same every time. My deck was a little bit wet, so I'd use a box underneath so that I could get good outdoor pictures. And it's sold for full price. The buyer is $63.96 all in. I paid $5 for this one as well. Rose Sandstone was the color for this. WV001-VRS is the style and colorway code for that one. So yeah, Carhartt, keep your eye out. I don't know why the pictures are smaller on this one, but this was a bins find. Polo, Ralph Lauren, a lot of Polo like track jacket looking spell out. They sell really, really well when you have all of those things and attributes working for you. So 67 on the sleeve. Again, the same pictures every single time with garments that I take for the most part. And this item, I believe I took an offer for you. I took an offer of $55.24 for this, and it cost me $2.50 at the bins. The buyer is $76.44 all in. That specific style is a bolo, so if you see it, grab it because you're making a lot of money if you can get it for a good price. Field & Stream soft shotgun case. It did not sell for $110. I took an offer on this of $46.74. Just standard gun case. It's nice. This was also a bins find for me. And leather, quilted, the whole 9 yards. Very clean on the inside and very lightweight at the bins. So it cost me just about $3, and the buyer is $66.01 all in for it. Field & Stream soft gun cases do well, on a case-by-case basis. I'm just getting distracted here. $9.80 shipping, arrives by Christmas. That's not specific enough. What's going on here? Even though it says delivery estimated within 3 to 5 days, they just add that, arrives by Christmas. Like I don't like that, because it seems like that means it could take potentially longer. But at any rate, Field & Stream gun case, look for it. Khaki color. Good sale. Next one, shocks. These were listed for maybe 2 or 3 days, and they sold. They were in fabulous condition, especially for white shocks in the age that they were in. Again, I take the exact same pictures every single time with my shoes. Style for these one is 314561, and the colorway code is 196. I believe it was white and then rave pink were the manufacturer colors that they use on this. Size 8, so a great size for females, and full price I got $66.39. The buyer is all in. These cost me $6.99 at Ohio Thrift, I believe, is where it was either Ohio Thrift or Volunteers of America. It was one of the two stores. Patagonia. This is just from a quality perspective. You've heard me talk before relative to North Face or compared to North Face. Patagonia blows North Face out of the water overall, and they also treat they treat resellers way better than the brand North Face does. So Patagonia, better sweater, light gray, heather gray, size small. And this one sold fast for $50. I probably could have gotten more for it, but I'm happy with $50. And they're $61.74 all in and cost me $5. I found this on a rack at a small Goodwill. Next one. Okay, so this is the remote control. And again, this is like a lot of my bin strategy. So I saw Wall-E, the actual like electronic robot toy with the remote control, but he was destroyed in the bins. So I kept the remote. I was the only one that had this remote listing, and there were a lot of like new Wall-E's like selling in or being listed for $100, like $75. So I knew I could probably have actually gotten maybe $35 for this. It got a ton of watchers and then finally sold for full price $25. But I bet if you found one, because there just are not a lot of listings for them, that if you try to get $35 for it, you could. But I mean, I'm satisfied with 25. So yeah. 25, and they're $30.98 all in. This might have cost me $1. It was very, very light. It did not have the batteries in it. $25 to $35 if you find it. This is a major bolo, so it's not going to make you $1 million, but a little Nesquik bunny. It's like the second or third time that I've sold this one. It's the first time that I've paired them up and sold them together. I figured, with the marks, and the other ones that I've sold had marks too, just me listing them solo, but they still sold. But I was like, well, maybe because the condition, like I would rather not mess with two individual sales. Let me just put them together and sell them together. And I guess that strategy worked. They sold relatively quickly, and the other ones I think did as well. So look for the Nesquik bunny. The year on it, if I take a picture of it, 1979 right there. So they sold for full price. $31.37 is what the buyer is all in. Again, because they are so light, it might have cost me $1 at the bins. So keep your eye out for it. I really, first of all, it's endearing to me because it's super old, and Nesquik and that stuff was kind of my time when I was younger. So keep your eye out for it. All right, next one, another bins find. This was a little bit on the heavy side, so I paid around $10 for it based on its weight. But obviously, you can see that it is a Heinz ketchup dispenser. It's the push kind. They're working on like a no hands kind, with the whole coronavirus and all that stuff. But these things still sell. This thing looked like it was in like new to brand new condition, aside from like the scrapes that you get with dumping huge amounts of items into a blue bin and having people fight over over stuff inside of them. So with outside of the scratches, it was in really good condition, and it worked fine. There were actually a few other ones, like ketchup ones, but those ones were either damaged. I don't know, something was wrong with them. This one though, it functioned with all of the interior parts correctly, and I took an offer on this $42.49. So they're $62.21 all in, and I mean, even for $10, at the bins, when you're on a roll, you're on a roll. And this is obviously a commercial buyer, so I don't believe that they paid any tax on that, which is great, because for those of us that charge shipping, we get charged a fee on top of the shipping and a fee on top of the taxes. So if that was a commercial buyer who didn't pay taxes, I didn't have to pay an additional 20, 30, 50 cents, $1 on the tax that they would have paid. So I like finding commercial buyers. This was an item that probably fit that description. So good bin find. Another bins find, you guys that have been following me, you saw that I found a PlayStation manual for I listed it for $85. This was the other one that I found at the bottom of the bins, Azure Dreams authentic manual, and this one took about a month longer to sell than the other one. Three pictures, super light, throw it in a bin and you're done with it. And I got full price, $40 with $47.72 is what the buyer is all in. So let's call this maybe a quarter. Again, I looked for those games. I didn't see them. I didn't see the cases, but I'm super satisfied with the manuals too. Shout out to you, John, for the tip on the Lego manuals too. Look for some of those odd, obscure Lego manuals, because yes, after I did the research, there is some money in there as well, in addition to old school PlayStation manuals. Okay, next one. I'm going to show you something on the next screen here, but this is one of my Wheelhouse Polos. So I'm passing it on to you, and you guys have probably seen me put them in here before. But when I sold Amazon FBA and did tons of retail arbitrage, I sold tons of these new. We have a Clark's, I don't know if it's still there, but there's a Clark's outlet about a half hour to 35 minutes north of me. And I used to go in there and spend thousands on a single trip just buying taquinis to resell on Amazon. So I know the shoe really, really well. And this one was gold, so it was like a harder color to find, size 9. And I ended up, did I get full price for this? I got full price for it, $33. I'm happy to land, around $30 for each pair of taquinis that I find, as long as the soles are in good condition. I don't remember what let's take a look at them. So yeah, I mean, the soles are excellent on these ones. You can barely, that's an exclamation point right here, and you can barely see that there's any wear off of those. So, and then the color too right there, that's a good indication that there's little to no wear. But here's the Amazon listing that I would list on. So you can see the only colors they have in stock right now are brown, black, and then dark gunsmoke. And here's a size 8. A new one is $105. Let's check out, well, there is no 9. 9.5. So we've got, $100. It's expensive. So $33 to get a used pair in that condition for a taquini shoe that was very, very popular is a great Polo. So keep your eye out for it. And, you got a picture of the style here. You can see the little Velcro. Don't use Velcro, by the way. But there's a Velcro strap here. The line here, same difference right here. So pay attention to this style, because when you find it, you get $30 every time for it. Next one, Dansko. I am not afraid to sell shape-ups, and I am not afraid to sell clogs. And I understand that there could be issues with the midsoles and issues with the soles and cracking and all of those things, but that never ever deters me from sourcing the brand, both of those brands, because quite honestly, shape-ups sell extremely well, and Dansko clogs sell extremely well. So these ones were black tooled leather, and what was the size? Size 9.5. Good condition. They were really nice looking, and I think I took an offer on these. Let's go back and look. Let's look at the soles really quickly, though. A little bit of wear at the heels, but doesn't look too bad. And I took an offer of $25 on these, and the buyer is $45.05 all in. I think this was a buyer that was in California, and so they probably made a low offer because shipping from Ohio to California is, a little bit expensive. So in that vein, I was sensitive to that, so I took an offer of $25, which is not something I would normally do. I would rather fall in the $30 range if I have this listed at $40. But I'm okay with $25. The buyer's far away, and this arrived by Christmas is driving me nuts. I don't know why they're putting that in there. But anyway, the $45.05, and I paid $4.39 for this pair. Do not be afraid to source Danskos. Do not be afraid to source shape-ups. This was another bins find for me. So I saw Stanley and I saw Starbucks. This just looks like a generic thermos, right? But the two together, I didn't know that was a collaboration. If you didn't know, then you're today years old when you learn that out. Smash the like button, because it was new to me when I saw it. So I'll take you through the pictures. Just a simple thermos, right? But there's a market for Stanley. There's a market for Starbucks. You put the two together. Who knows? I just saw a Hello Kitty Igloo partnership collaboration. It's weird. Who knows? But yeah, so there's a picture of both of the logos and the bottom, and it was in fantastic condition. I mean, the thing basically looked brand new. So I had it listed for $30, stainless steel, 17-ounce tumbler, and that's what I got. $30. The buyer is $43.82 all in. It was about a little bit over a pound, so $1.70 to $2 for this item. A really nice find, and a lot of people probably missed it because you missed the Starbucks part. You see the Stanley part, maybe you missed the Starbucks part, but I was happy to find that one. If you do not know that this drive-through my child size McDonald's playset is a Polo, you do now. So I bought this on Marketplace for $30, and I've sold many of them before. $250, with all of the components and accessories and food and all that. But the reason I'm showing you it this week is this one was not in that great of condition. So we have a sticker that's peeling right here. Hopefully my face isn't covering that. There's a couple of doors or a door missing. I think there might be something missing from the back. Everything worked, the sounds all worked properly. The doors worked okay, but again, stickers coming off. This was in fair cosmetic condition. It was in fine physical condition, but fair cosmetic condition. Even still, I was still able to sell it for full price, $160. The buyer, after shipping and tax, paid $245.61. So if you see it, even in fair condition, just know that there's somebody out there that's still going to pay you $250 to get this thing to their house. That's how hot of a Polo this is. And I was taking a little bit of a chance on that because, again, the ones that I had found before were in fantastic condition. They were great. This one, however, not so much. Still sold for $160. Everybody is happy on that deal. And the last one here is a $20 Goodwill find. And it is like a Bluetooth Wi-Fi enabled oven, Tovala, and it is the second generation smart steam oven countertop. And it so you put water in it right here, and then you can literally program it from your phone. Did I do all of that testing? No, this thing was in like basically brand new condition. So I'll take you through some of the pictures here. There's a bottom drip tray that comes with that. So if you are looking for that, if you see this in stores, make sure you check for this tray. It's very thin, so that could potentially be missing. You don't want to miss that. But this is like a mail order business. So what they do is they give you the oven for free, and then you sign up for their monthly like membership service. And their membership service, they send like, I think it's packages of food or recipes or something like that, and you use those on a monthly basis. And for doing so, they give you the oven. But I found the oven. This is clearly something that somebody like probably like ordered for 3-4 months, knew they were never going to get any use of it, and then just ended up donating it and canceled their subscription. So you know, not a ton of money out on their end, but don't get excited about the $379.99. That's not what it sold for. It sold for $150, and that's about like market or resale value for this right now in good working pre-owned condition. So $150 after shipping and tax. They're $187.80 all in, and again cost me $20. So even on a thin week, like the sales were still pretty good. And again, as you see the next videos coming out for my what solds and what I did for November, like it really ramped up well. But here, there's another 15 in the books. Hope you enjoyed those. Okay, that's it. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. But before we go, I need a couple of things from you if you are so inclined. First, please hit that like button if you liked what you saw or you learned something. But more importantly, become a member of the Dad Planet family. Subscribe to the channel. The link is in the description. It should be on the screen as well somewhere. Find that, smash that, become a member. That helps me considerably, and I really appreciate each and every one of you watching. But I'm going to go play with some children right now. So that's it. That's all I got for you. We'll see you in the next video.